Hello. I was very excited coming here this morning. I had a little moment with my son that was quite a validation for something that's been true for me for many, many years, which is parenting is the deepest, most profound meditation, non-stop meditation you can possibly practice. You're never, ever off the hook. So, this proof, this morning, this moment, I'd like to share with you. And I hope that you find yourself in it. I hope it resonates with you as well. So usually my son gets up in the morning a few minutes before and we'll go downstairs, get the bird seeds and feed the birds in the backyard, and not our birds, but we live in a place where we're blessed to have just tons of birds in the morning with their beautiful songs and crows, and I don't know the names, but there's several species, and Danny has started feeding them a few weeks ago. He's very excited about that. We have a bird stand, and we enjoy having them around more and more as they're counting on their foods to be delivered from now on. So this morning I woke up pretty much at the same time as Danny. I was coming this way in the corridor and he was coming out the other way with his cup, big cup of bird seeds. And it was sort of precariously hanging like this. And I said, "Oh baby, be careful, you're gonna drop all the bird seeds on the floor." And he said, "I'm fine, Mama, it's fine, I'm okay." And I said, "No, sweetie, look. And the more he was telling me that it's fine, the more it was just tipping and about to just go everywhere. And so we started this back and forth thing, and it got him super grumpy. It got me a little bit impatient. And I was thinking, oh my God, here we are. All I'm asking is that you hold your cup upright. That's all I'm asking. Is it that bad? And apparently it was. So we did this back and forth thing. Thank God, once he was outside feeding the birds, he had a wonderful time doing it. And then he came back in and he said, "Mama, that is why I like to do that before you wake up, because it's all fine when I'm on my own." And I heard him, but I didn't quite let it seep in, because I thought, well, this time I'm going to teach him consequences. There are bird seeds all over the wood floors and he needs to clean it. So I proceeded asking him to do that. He was not into it. Another little impatient moment. We're both quite sensitive, so we don't like having these moments with each other. Got him moody. I was taking deep breaths. All I was asking was for him to clean the floor, to sweep the bird seeds, which I had said were going to fall on the floor because he was not holding his cup upright. So I felt quite righteous, right? So anyway, he did some of the cleaning and it was, not well done, and he was walking away. And I said, "Sweetie, you're kind of lazy about these things. Look at that. That's not cleaning after yourself. I'll end up doing it again." And of course, I did it again. I didn't let him do it all the way. And I didn't feel good about saying that. I wasn't quite sure why, but it really didn't feel good. That's about as bad as it got, and we ended up having a lovely next hour and a half or so. Then I went downstairs and started my rehabilitation program, and as I was going through it, tears started coming out of me, and my heart was heavy and it was sort of pouring out, and I realized that I was all wrong. I was all wrong. So I went upstairs and I asked him, "Are you available for me right now? Can you hear me?" And he said, "Yes." And I said, "Sweetheart, I am so sorry. I was so wrong this morning. You are correct. You've done that for weeks. And I've never gotten downstairs and had tons of seabirds all over the floor. Ever. So why would I think that right now, unless I told you how to hold the cup, it would become, this land of seabirds all over the floor? And I said, I was wrong about calling you lazy. You're not lazy. I'm lazy. I'm the one who's not patient enough to and relaxed and chill enough to walk away and let you clean it as best as you can. And if it's really not that great, then ask you to come back and finish the job. And so I was the one who needed to be taught. You were my teacher. And I'm so sorry and I apologize for, the kind of morning we had with each other. And it was such a profound moment for me to be able to sincerely apologize, sincerely see that he was indeed my teacher, that I was not present in the moment, that was projecting what was going to happen, and that somehow he needed me to show him how to do it. It was all me. And he was indeed my teacher, and it was a wonderful meditation, and once again, reinforcement of the beauty and the grace that we can allow in our lives if we understand that we know nothing. We don't know anything. But if we remain present with our kids, it can really teach us so much. And over again, being with my boy and wanting to be open to those lessons has led me to wonderful moments like that. But I think it's the first time I share it with you. So there, I hope you saw what I felt and saw in that little event with Danny. And perhaps it will help you be more present and more aware for those very moments in your lives with your children.